What's going on, guys? This video is a little introduction on me. I've started trading 2 months ago, and this is an explanation video why I'm actually starting a YouTube channel. Do a little quick background. I've been investing for 3 years. I would invest. I first started out by investing, and I started with a custodial account. I was 16, and my form of investing was I actually had followed Stock Sharks on Instagram, and they would post companies' earnings every time earnings came around quarterly, and I would actually literally just look on what ticker symbols they were posting, and I would literally just invest in those. I would invest like 20 $25, and then some days I would wake up where they were up like 10%, 15%. And so that was kind of like how I started investing, and the whole entire reason I started even considering investing was from my friend in high school. His name's John. He started an investment club in our school, and he was kind of recruiting everyone. And I mean, he was a junior in high school, and he was making hundreds of $1,000s. And like, to me, that was just mind-boggling. And so I ended up learning from him, and that's when it kind of really got me hooked. I kind of got my first, like whiff of like learning how to invest and what that actually looked like, actually like properly investing. And honestly, I thought that investing would translate really easily into trading. And as I've started to actually do more short-term trading, swing trading, options trading, actually trading futures, I've noticed that it's not how I expected it to be. And so I am mainly posting on YouTube here to actually share my journey and openly learn, and hopefully people can teach me how to trade, teach me stuff as well. And my goal is to be as transparent with everyone as possible, and to post my wins, my losses, post everything, like I want everyone to see me on my bad day, and know that it's not just them going through a loss. And one of one of the wake up moments for me for this is one of my friend it was my mother's friend. His name's Bub. He's a pretty heavy investor, but he does a lot of options trading with covered calls, puts, that stuff like that. Um, and he kind of I was talking with him about investing and how I was learning to trade, and he said, "Well, Garrett, why don't you start a YouTube channel? you know, why don't you start posting your entire trading journey, and where other people can see how you actually developed along the entire way, and be as transparent as possible with everybody." And so, there's a saying, it's better late than never. And so here I'm starting this. I'm going to be posting recaps, kind of going over like my trading week. I'll even post clips of my losses and wins throughout the week. And my goal is to be as transparent as possible, show my strategies and how I actually trade. Um, Hopefully that you guys can learn, and that hopefully you guys can even share some insight with me. And so that's just mainly the reason I'm filming this. And because I'm posting this publicly, it also has an accountability side of it for me. And so me being able to post this and have accountability, it kind of helps me, and I get to help everyone else. And part of the journey with trading is, if you're not helping people along the journey, then I mean, what's the point of it? I love helping people out. I mean, it's one of my passions. I love teaching. I love doing that, all that type of stuff. And I'm very young in my journey. I'm only 19. Um, but I would love to share my journey with everybody. Um, but I am not a financial advisor, and nothing here is financial advice. This is just me documenting actually what I'm learning. And please do your own research and talk to a licensed professional before making any decisions with your own money, please. And going forward, we'll do I already explained, we'll do weekly recaps. I'll probably start posting on Instagram, TikTok. But I genuinely don't know how this goes yet, and that's kind of the point. So follow along, and we'll find out together. And if there's any advice you have towards me, For like my videos, the quality of videos, things I can add, please let me know. My goal is to improve. I do not edit videos very often. So this will be new to me. Hopefully you'll see a quality increase as this time goes on, but thank you for checking in. Actually over, I did want to go through a little basis on where I'm actually currently at with my account and a little overview of how I trade. So this is my TradeZella. Currently all my stuff is imported, so I'm currently sitting at 1,600 net P&L over the past 2 months. I have swapped how I actually trade to be a little bit more consistent. I've made about 1,000 this month, but last month was a very rough month. I was very inconsistent. I got a little ahead of myself after the month of May. Month of May, I turned $1,000 into like I think 3,500, 3,800, and it got to my head a little bit. I was very impatient on June, and because of it, I saw a lot of red days, and inconsistent. So I kind of stepped back, and changed my strategy a little bit. Now I trade with $1,000 every week in my options account, and at the end of the week, I actually withdraw whatever I have made profit wise. I also futures trade. I use Apex and Lucid. Currently with Apex, I have a singular PA account. I have blown two. With Lucid, I had two PA accounts and I blew two. I've passed over, I think, 5 evals in total over the 2 months. Let me pull this up. I'm actually in a trade on gold right now, but let me pull up. This is my account right now. I'm currently sitting at liquidation on the account. I'm currently sitting about this. It's about break even, what it starts at, but we will be working towards a payout on this account, and be sharing that. But my strategy, it's pretty simple. I basically trade New York Open. And I have there's a 15 to 30 minute slot after New York Open where there's a high chance of a reversal. I trade that heavily on futures, and I've seen a lot of success through that. I'm currently The reason that I do not have a payout, I don't think that that's the sole reason. I think it's just not being patient enough. I'm not patient. I find myself multiple times over trading when I should be just waiting and having patience. But I have back tested my strategy the past 3 months. I would like to get more back testing on this, but overall, they have a very high win percentage. But I look for very specific things actually for those reversals. Other than that, thank you very much for watching and have a great rest of your day.